Assalamu alaikum, welcome to new tutorial. In this tutorial I am going to show you how can you model this part and creo parametry. Without any delay in video, if you are new on my channel, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the notification bell icon. So let me open a new file. Make sure solid assign the proper name and say OK. First of all, I will make this base. So the total length, when you calculate all the dimension, so the total length becomes 150 and the width is 60. I will come to extrude, select a proper plane, make it normal. This time let me select center rectangle. This is 150. The width is 60. Say OK. Now as you can see from here, the extrusion becomes 45 and say OK. Now I will create these two cutouts. For that I will choose this plane, extrude on it, make it normal. This time I will choose corner rectangle. This dimension, when you see in the figure, 15. This is 30 and this dimension also 30. Say OK. Now I have to remove the material and this time I will choose through all. Say OK. Now switch on the datum planes, come here, mirror it about this plane and say OK. Now this time I will add some rounds. For that, come to round, come to rounds, this one, come to rounds. This round dimension is not given in the figure, but right now I'm adding by default 2, this one, and say OK. Right, the next feature are these two holes and these rounds radius is given, that is 10. Again come to round, this is 10 and select this edge also and say OK. Right, I'm going to create these two cutouts, holes. For that I will extrude on this face, make it normal, draw two circles. The diameter of the circle is given, that is 12. The distance in between them is 30. Come to dimension, from here till here this is 15 and say OK. Now flip the direction. By default remove material is selected. Now the next feature is this cutout. For that I will choose this plane, make it normal, extrude. This time I will draw a center at the center of this, and as you can see from here the radius is 7, so the diameter will become 14 and say OK. This time again remove material and say OK. The next feature is this cutout. For that I will choose this plane, make it normal, extrude on it. This time I'm going to draw a corner rectangle. This length, when you calculate, this is 70 while this is 30. Now I will put a center line over here and also a sketch point. One is over here, over here. Now come to symmetric, this point, this line and this point. Say OK. Now flip the direction and this time I will choose through all because this cutout is through all. The next feature that I am going to add are these ribs. To make these ribs, for that I will create a plane, as you can see, the mid plane at a distance of 30, because the total length, as you can see, that is 60. Let me choose this plane, make it normal, sketch on it. This time I will draw a line from here till here. I will put a sketch point and dimension. When you see from the diagram, so this is 15. Say OK. This time I will come to profile rib, and this width, when you calculate from here, this is 12. Okay, let me switch on all the datum planes, select this, mirror it about this plane, say OK. Let me hide all the planes once again. The last feature is I'm going to create all this extrusion having diameter of 20, 40 and 30. For that, what I should do, actually, I'm going to extrude on this plane, normal, draw two circles. This diameter is 30 while this is 40. When you calculate from the diagram, so this extrusion becomes 35, and say OK. Again I'm going to extrude on this plane, make it normal, draw a circle from here, and the diameter is 20. Say OK. Now I'm going to flip the material and say OK. Right, as you can see the middle portion, so there is another extrusion, and how can you draw that? For that, I'm going to choose this plane, make it normal, extrude on it. This time I'm going to draw two circles from here, and another circle is from here, and say OK. Now when you calculate, so this is 21, and say OK. So the part is done. Let me assign some color for this part and this one. Come downward, select part and say OK. So the part is done. Hopefully you like this video. You can see the cross section from here as well. Okay, so if you are new on my channel, again I request you that please don't forget to subscribe my channel. For the new videos, press the notification bell icon. Thanks for watching.